It's a real football celebration at the Olympic Stadium here in Berlin. The 2005 season draws to a close with the most anticipated showdown of the domestic calendar. It's 1 versus 2. Bayern Munich versus Schalke in what can only be described as a fitting finale to a controversial season here in Germany. Frank Rost and Oliver Kahn are the goalkeepers. They wear their respective armbands. The toss of the coin is made. Florian Mayer is the referee. And we have got ourselves a great game in store. This is the glittering prize that awaits the winner of the cup final, and what a magnificent piece of silverware it is. Priority for Bayern is to achieve a 5th league and cup double success. They start hot favourite. Willy Sagnol and Ferrero Lucio make up a backline that is ably held up by Croatian international Robert Kovac, who's playing his final game for Bayern Munich. And there's a real sprinkling of internationals in Schalke's starting 11. Danish international Ebbe Sand will lead the strike force along with Ghana-born German Gerald Asamoah, who may be under an injury cloud after hurting his ankle in Schalke's final league match last weekend. Ralf Rangnick is the man with the coaching duties at Schalke. He knows his side will have to deliver a super performance to deny the might of Munich. Bayern. We're underway. 78,000 have packed into the Olympic Stadium, the newly renovated Olympic Stadium here in Berlin. Schalke, they could have the psychological advantage going into this cup final. They are the only side to have beaten Bayern twice during the regular league season, and the score on both occasions was 1-0 in Schalke's favour. Christian Poulsen makes up the smattering of internationals that are on show here. We really do have cosmopolitan flavour here. They come from all parts of the world. Now it's Bayern with the first chance at goal. And Roy Mackay, you talk of internationals, and what a great trooper he's been for Holland over the years. Still very much a part of the international scene, and here at Bayern, and almost putting away the first goal after just 60 seconds of play or less than. Well, is that a sign of things to come? It's the final match of the domestic season, and already Roy Mackay sets the platform for what could be a beauty. A Bayern victory will be a ringing endorsement for coach Felix Magath, who's aiming to emulate the achievements of Croatian Branko Zevic, who took Bayern to a League Cup double victory in 1969. First versus second, Lizarazu, a reliable Frenchman, 1998 World Cup winner with France. If you look through the teams, perhaps Bayern, their lineup is perhaps a little bit more experienced, but you've got 2 quality outfits. Schalke have stumbled or stuttered in the final rounds of the league season. They've won just 5 from their last 9. Bayern losing 5 games all season, and as I say, twice to Schalke. Another opportunity. Mackay, that's Ballack. Well, Bayern Munich certainly opening up in the opening minutes of this game, and it's this man, Roy Mackay, who's providing a lot of influence. Schalke certainly on the back foot after more than just 2.5 minutes of play. Bayern aiming for a 12th cup triumph. Certainly the most dominating club side in Germany over the years. For Bayern, you've got players from all over the world: Brazil, France, Argentina, Holland, Peru. So, as I say, it's a real melting pot. Chance here again for Mackay. Oh, well, an open goal, and it's gone bigging. Roy Mackay, 3.5 minutes of play, and already Bayern very close to putting away one or at least two goals. Open goal mouth. Michael Ballack involved. Mackay came back with the response, and Ballack, Germany's World Cup hero from 2002, unable to provide the final touch. Now Schalke with their first move of the game. A heavy challenge. Michael Ballack involved. Yellow card. Well, Robert Kovacs's name comes up on screen. That's incorrect. Ballack is the man who has earned himself a yellow, and the first opportunity for Schalke. Casillo Lincoln, the Brazilian, heavily chopped. Michael Ballack very lucky to still be on the field. Some referees would give a lot worse than just yellow. And there is confirmation that Ballack is the recipient of a yellow card. So, Schalke, after that initial shell shock, with perhaps some time now to regroup and provide an opportunity against the wall. The Bayern defense is one. Vermont, the Belgian. Asamoah is there. Ghanaian-born Asamoah, Gerald Asamoah. Very influential for Schalke, the only African-born player to represent Germany. Gonçalves Ailton, a Brazilian, formerly of Werder Bremen. And a goal kick. There is some concern over Asamoah, who has injured himself, did injure himself in that final game last weekend. A man who incidentally suffers from a heart condition, which means that medical equipment must be kept pitchside whenever he plays. Unfortunately, his game hasn't been affected by the condition thus far in his career. Schalke now just trying to slow down proceedings after that initial assault from Bayern. Here they come again. It's a heavy challenge. Referee Florian Meyer on the spot. No hesitation to award the free kick. Willy Sagnol, the Frenchman, is questioned and heavily brings down Lincoln, who's been involved already in this game. Felix Magath on the right, the Bayern coach, against his opposition from Schalke, Ralf Rangnick, the man with the coaching duties. He knows that his side must deliver tonight. An early goal will certainly help Schalke. A little bit of niggling going on between players of both sides. Let's see if they can do a little bit better with this free kick just outside the area. As you can see, that's the view from Oliver Kahn. What a magnificent stadium this is. Much better this time over the top. Very close. And Casillo Lincoln certainly involved in every aspect of the match so far. Well, this game has really started off in a hectic pace. Roy Mackay involved with two instances. The ball just flashing over or past the goal mouth on both occasions. This is Kovacs. A promising move now here from Bayern. Desperate clearance from Schalke. Back come Bayern. Only temporarily. There's another challenge. This time it's Asamoah that's brought down. Michael Ballack questioning the judgment of the referee, but from this distance it looks quite obvious that the Bayern players were in the wrong. It's a yellow card to Martin de Michelis, the Argentinian. Oh, perhaps de Michelis was going for the ball, but the challenge was late. A fair call from the referee. Well, it's a happy Bayern crowd. No goals as yet, but they can sense something special here. They've won 18 league titles and going for a 5th double here this evening. Frank Rost, the goalkeeper and captain for Schalke. And offside is the call there. Schalke have really played the offside trap rather well. Asamoah, Ghanaian born. Now Bayern on the attack. This is Pizarro. Still Pizarro. The goalkeeper's off his line, looking for support. Here it comes. Off the defence. And now handball claims are being called. Players rushing to the referee. Vermont brought down. And players just quizzing the referee rather vehemently and asking the question. There definitely was a handball. Michael Ballack's perhaps the most vocal of the Bayern players, rushing across to the referee. We may see it here. And Vermont, there goes the arm. The goalkeeper certainly going for it. Well, some niggling moments now. Tempers are really getting heated. And Michael Ballack is forced, well, he's being constrained by his teammate Roy Mackay. Now Ballack is just questioning the referee again because he's adamant that Vermont used his hand. We may get a better view here. In comes Ballack, the shot's there, and there is the handball. It's obvious. The referee somehow missed it. That should be a penalty. And Michael Ballack, the claims, the vocal claims, falling on deaf ears. Schalke very lucky to escape with nothing there. Asamoah. Across the sand. Again Asamoah! Wonderful save from Oliver Kahn. The flag's gone up though on this near side. Must have been a close call. Terrific effort though from the African-born Asamoah. Well, it was very close indeed, and well, this might be the incident here. Yes, and on that occasion certainly Asamoah was offside. So a good ruling by the assistant referee. Midway through this first half and still no goals. A couple of gilt-edged chances. And Michael Ballack certainly vocal and a different player characteristically than the one we saw at World Cup 2002 in Korea and Japan. Came onto the scene 3 years ago and has certainly grown with experience. Here he is again, Ballack, not far off the mark. Onside. Pinpoint accuracy was the cross. Ballack's header. Very close indeed. Didn't create too much of a problem though for Frank Rost. Schalke, they haven't been down this part of the field for many minutes. Samoa. Ailton. Oh, the shot deflected by the Bayern defence. But here they come again, the men in blue, temporarily. Bayern on the attack. Great run. This could be the first goal. It's gone into the net, but the whistle has gone for offside. And Claudio Pizarro not happy with the decision. The referee just trying to calm things down here. A good combination there from Pizarro and Roberto. Again, a very close call, but the referee giving the benefit of the doubt to Schalke. Nice little finish from Pizarro, but it won't count for anything, and still we have a scoreless scoreline. Offside is the call. Felix Magath wondering when the first goal will arrive. Rost certainly in outstanding form this season, but couldn't come anywhere near that goal, which wasn't counted. Well, a poor clearance from Schalke. They are really questionable in defence now, and it could cost them. Ballack again denied by Rost. That's why he's been named as one of the form keepers of this German Bundesliga. Michael Ballack looking to the heavens and asking when will the right moment come. So much frustration now creeping into his game. All because of this man, Frank Rost. Outstanding form. It's gone for a corner. And Rost somewhat injured in that challenge or collision. He's collided with his own player. Looks as though he collided with Bourdon. Or maybe Campuis, but Rost in a little bit of concern here as we wait for this corner kick to be taken. So medical attention being needed for Rost. And let's hope he does survive the entire 90 minutes. If indeed it only takes 90 minutes for this game to complete. So play held up temporarily. Bit of a lump forming there just below the kneecap by the looks of things. So coming face to face, if you like, with his own player. Michael Ballack in the meantime quite animated at missing the opportunity. 5 minutes before half time. In comes the corner. Cleanly taken by Rost, and still in a lot of pain. Not quite the buoyant player that we saw in the opening 40 minutes of this game. I just wonder if he'll be forced to slow down. Bayern Munich now relaunching another attack, somewhat slower this time. It really has been a fast-flowing match, this cup final. No score between Schalke and Bayern. But again, there's the sense in the air that something special could happen, and happen soon. You just get that feeling. Here's Ballack, the player of this match so far. Roberto's in there. Well, it's Pizarro off the post. And now, yes, Mackay puts it away. A combination, an unlikely combination, but Roy Mackay opens the scoring here at the Olympic Stadium. 1-0, Bayern Munich. The initial cross came from Ballack, and they can well celebrate. It's a deafening sound here in Berlin. Ballack provided the cross, the initial cross. Pizarro was there with the header. It fell eventually to Mackay, almost like a pinball machine at work here in front of goal. And Roy Mackay, 30 years of age, rated one of the best strikers in the world. He won't get an easier finish than this, but perhaps one of the most important as Bayern move forward in a bid to complete a rare double, league and cup double. A real journeyman, Roy Mackay, had some special times at Deportivo La Coruña and has got many years left before his career comes to an end. And let's hope for his sake that Holland do make it to the World Cup finals in 2006. The finals certainly aren't the same without the men in orange as part of the tournament, but Roy Mackay as Schalke press forward. Yeah, well, this could be interesting. Michael Ballack, you can see him there, number 13, voicing his anger, and I think he can sense that the referee will award a penalty here. He's going to point to the spot, and he does so. Oliver Kahn comes across to voice his anger and disapproval. They're all protesting here. They can't believe the decision. Oliver Kahn, he might be on his last warning now, the referee with hand in pocket. Let's take a look at it. Well, it's neither here or there. Asamoah, or in fact it's Ailton. Pretty lucky to get away with a penalty here. It's almost like a delayed reaction from the spot kick. It's in. It's an equaliser. It's 1-1. Lincoln, the Brazilian, the colourful character that he is, on the stroke of half-time. And how important will this be for Schalke? Lincoln showing his true colours, as are the supporters of Schalke. Very controversial moment here. The referee Meyer blowing for a penalty. Lincoln sending Bayern keeper Oliver Kahn the wrong way with the spot kick. And 1-1 is the scoreline. Can Bayern finish off this half with something special? Long-range strike, pretty optimistic from that distance though. And Roberto, in fact it's Ballack who makes the strike. Most influential player in this side, in this match. Adding some steel to Bayern Munich, as he always does. Well, the tempo of this game slowing down as we approach half-time. Couple of minutes of extra time, and Felix Magath saying 2 minutes, or perhaps gesturing to the fourth official, something else, we'll never know. Play continues for Bayern. It's a matter of Schalke just trying to shut down the defence before this half-time break. Well, some might say that Schalke have been rather fortunate to be at level pegging with Bayern Munich. You speak of psychological edges, and that could be the psychological advantage that could provide Schalke with the winning scoreline after 90. The difference between these two sides in the Bundesliga was 14 points. Schalke in second place, but 14 points adrift of Bayern at the completion of the league season. But you know, despite a lack of form, great save again from Rost. It's not over yet. I was going to say that despite a lack of form leading up to this cup final, Schalke may be excused for saving its best till last for this showpiece showdown. It's half-time, and what a half we've had. So much activity. A goal from Roy Mackay midway through the first half. And he started with guns a-blazing in the opening few minutes. Could have made it 2 or 3. The equaliser coming courtesy of a penalty through Lincoln. It's 1-1 here at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin, the German Cup final. Welcome back to the Berlin Olympic Stadium. Just one change to report, and that's for Schalke. Number 6, Hamid Altintop, the Turkish player who's had 22 games for the men in blue. And there he is. And he replaces Neil Uda Kamphuis, who was pretty quiet in that first half, I must admit. So tightening the defence. Although Hamid Altintop is a defensive midfielder, if you like, so the tactics will be to move up and try and win this match from the midfield. It won't be easy. It's 1-1. We're all locked up. We've still got 45 minutes of play left. And if the first half was any indication, some lightning stuff can be expected in the second half. Well, you speak of Felix Magath. He's the holder of a European Cup medal when he was in the Hamburg squad that defeated Juventus back in 1983. But surprisingly, he's never won a German Cup final. Will this be his night? Lincoln crashing to the ground, as did the number 13, Michael Ballack, for Bayern Munich. Pretty animated, both players. And Cassio Lincoln, certainly one of Schalke's better players in the first half. The side certainly needs him, as does Bayern need Michael Ballack. An air of suspension around this Olympic Stadium, which will host the World Cup final in 2006. So this certainly is a great warm-up. And of course it'll host the Confederations Cup matches in June, which of course you'll see exclusively live on SBS. And there is Lincoln. South American influence in this Schalke side is obvious. It's wonderful to see Bayern making their first real move upfield in this second half. Nice combination, the keeper, Frank Ross, just losing possession, blocking or parrying the ball away. Willy Sagnol, cross to Schweinsteiger. Well, Bayern trying to dictate play here in the second half. Trying to control the tempo. Schweinsteiger on the left side, nice little chip straight to Rost. Well, with Zi Roberto and De Michelis and Schweinsteiger, you've got a potent midfield for Bayern. It's all-round class, really. Not to mention Robert Kovacs, who has failed to win a new contract with Bayern after negotiations broke down He is on the open market now, the Croatian. Possible move, well, rumours are that he could be going to Juventus next season. Well, the tempo of this game has noticeably slowed right down. Anxious times for both sides as they search for the winner. Oliver Kahn needs no introduction. National team keeper, one of the best in the world, along with Rost, incidentally. There really has been a battle for that #1 jersey in the German national side. And there is Altin Top, looking to push his way into the Turkish team as a regular, perhaps being considered as a fringe player. Now could this be the moment for Bayern? No. It's pushed away by a blue shirt. Ballack. Lucio. And Kovacs that was in the sweeper's position. On the far side, Roberto. Well, something building here for Bayern Munich. May have taken a deflection. Ballack, I think, looking for a corner. Let's have a look at it here. Touch and go there. "12 minutes of play in this second half. 1-1 is the scoreline in this German Cup final. The tempers that we saw in the first half seem to have subsided, and the players really more interested, as well as the coaches, in just trying to get on with the job here. No time for personal duels. De Michelis. Long cross, looking for some strikers, looking to feed the ball up front. Roberto trying to carve his way through. There's Ballack playing a little bit more defensively now. It's a real stalemate here at the Olympic Stadium. It doesn't seem to be as much enthusiasm from either side as they look for an opening. Well, look at the blue shirts in defense for Schalke. Well, Bayern certainly trying to control things. Lizarazu back in defense, and Willy Sagnol just couldn't get to it. Livan Kobiashvili, the Georgian, and that just illustrates again the United Nations that this side is made up of. I'm talking about Schalke. You've got Bosnians, Georgians, a Danish player, a Belgian, a Brazilian, a Ghanaian-born player in Asamoah, and of course a Turk. And the reserves bench also is filled with a Uruguayan in Dario Rodriguez, and sprinkled in that lot are a handful of Germans. So world football has certainly changed. Half an hour to decide the German Cup final for 2005. Will Asamoah be the man that decides the issue? Or perhaps Claudio Pizarro. Here's a chance now. Well, the Peruvian pushing the ball a little bit too much, and Frank Rost, no problem at all. But Claudio Pizarro has got a reputation as being a free scoring striker. Would have loved to have been given a chance here. Scoring is his speciality, but no control from the Peruvian. Well, we have a problem. We have a problem. The automatic sprinklers have gone off here at the Olympic Stadium. It's a pretty warm night here, and I'm sure the players will appreciate the cooling conditions, but you don't often see this sort of thing in an important match like this. The groundkeepers have come to the rescue, but the fountains have gone off, and as you can see, Asamoah relishing the opportunity of trying to cool down here. Well, this is the venue, as I say, that will host the Confederation Cup matches as well as the World Cup final, so we wouldn't want any embarrassing moments like this when the world is watching the World Cup finals. And let's hope the staff here gets the ground in order. Pretty amusing moments, and I'm sure the players will appreciate it, as I say, but you wouldn't want it to happen, I'm sure, when the finals come around in Germany in 2006. I don't think that'll help. Perhaps it's a moment to regroup for Schalke. Ailton perhaps wondering what's got to be done to put away the winner. 22 minutes of normal time left. A terrific opportunity for all the players to regroup now and gather their thoughts for the final assault. Schalke straight to the keeper. Ailton should have done better, and he's probably the first to admit so. And there are the team tactics for Schalke as Mike Henke is about to come on. The second substitute of the match about to take place as Bayern Munich look for the winning goal, perhaps. It's a stalemate, and coaches from both sides looking to break the deadlock. Pretty uninspiring stuff in this second half, I've got to say. There's Ferreira, Lucio, and back to his keeper, Oli Khan. A lot of noise around this stadium, and I think the noise is in a bit to urge these players, these teams, to victory from both ends of the pitch. It's pretty quiet out there, technically speaking, and a lot of anxious moments in the terraces, that's for sure, as to what might happen. Well, the brains trust on the sidelines, certainly racking their heads for the winner. Team tactics certainly coming into play as we take in the final 20 minutes of this cup final. Ailton not with his kicking boots today. And he'll be coming off. Not happy. And I think perhaps that last opportunity was the decisive moment for the Brazilians' future in this game. Well, Mike Henke makes his way onto the field now for Schalke. A 21-year-old enjoying his fourth season with the club. You saw the frustration there from Ailton. Not happy with the decision of the coach. Of course, he always has the final say. There just doesn't seem to be any desperation from either side at the moment. The tempo has slowed considerably. Bayern looking for a way through. Ballack, well, chopped down. All eyes are on the referee. No. Well, some players might argue the point. There's not much difference to the challenge on Ballack on this occasion as to what happened in the first half. Well, a good call when you look at the replay. A terrific challenge there from Marcelo Bordon. And he did strike the ball, not the legs of Ballack. So a fair decision. Bastian Schweinsteiger is off, and a substitution now for Bayern Munich, Hasan Salihamidzic. The Bosnian, who was born on New Year's Day 27 years ago, has a blend of defensive and attacking abilities, and really has been this season an integral member of Bayern's team. 15 minutes left of normal time. Both sides in search of the winning goal. Schalke pressing forward. They haven't spent too much time in Bayern's part of the field. Territorially, it's been all Bayern. Onside. The flag is down. Players come running through. Tired legs, there is an opening. It's the replacement, the substitute. Salihamidzic scores what could be the winning goal. Well, it's his first touch, surely. No more than 60 seconds on the pitch, and Bayern Munich in front by 2-1. Extraordinary. Roy Mackay sensationally beat the offside trap. The Schalke players running back, and Mackay looking for the substitute, Salihamidzic. Well, there's a question here of offside, and you can see it on your screen. That is offside. There's no question, but the linesman has kept the flag down. That is the point in question. And you can hear by the reaction in the crowd, that should not be a goal. All eyes are on the assistant referee. He's done everything right all night, but perhaps he's failed on this occasion. Well, controversial moments here at the Olympic Stadium. Salihamidzic was offside as he fired home from just 5 meters to make it 2-1. The referee's assistant failing to raise the flag. The scoreline stands, it's 2-1. Now it's up to Schalke to fight hard to turn this game around in the closing stages. Long-range strike from Sand. Look at the replay, it won't show it there, but the referee refusing to judge or rule or overrule. And there's a little bit of doubt from Felix Magath as well. Perhaps in the back of his mind he knows that his team is lucky to come away with what could be the winning goal. Torsten Frings makes his way onto the field. Roberto has had a great game. He's done his job for Bayern. Torsten Frings, formerly of Werder Bremen, and had a short stint at Arsenal as well, seen as the club's creative force. But I guess the job now will be to try and close this game. We're down to 8 minutes plus stoppages, and Schalke, through Marcelo Bordon and Mladen Krstajic, looking for an equaliser. The best from Oliver Kahn will be required now in these dying moments. There's a real roar now in the crowd, especially in the red end of this stadium. It's almost deafening. Bayern Munich know, or they can sense at least, they're on their way to a 12th cup success. Well, Schalke want the ball, they need the ball. The referee reaching for his pocket. There could be a yellow card here, indeed there is. Kobiashvili, the Georgian. You can't blame them, they want the ball, they need the ball in order to find an equaliser and force this game into extra time. Willy Sagnol, the Frenchman who spent some time at Monaco, championship winning side in the French league, now here with the Germans. And aren't they loving it in the terraces? And here is the goal scorer, number 20, Salihamidzic. I tell you what, if Bayern come away victorious, this young fellow will remember this game for the rest of his life. Wasting time, as much time as possible at Bayern. But if they can put away a third goal, it'll certainly seal it. Here's Balak in front of goal, the ball flashing in front of the goal mouth. He's inspired this young Bosnian, Salihamidzic. Roy Mackay on the left side. And Felix Magath, he's satisfied. 5 minutes, he says. In fact, it's a little bit more when you take in stoppages as well. Torsten Frings heavily involved for Bayern. Altin Top is there as well. It's gone over the top. Well, if looks could kill, Felix Magath, he'd do a lot of damage by that last shot. Schalke, dangerous times. Well, Oliver Kahn, the best from him was required. A cross from Altin Top was set up, and Krajstić unable to put away the desired result. Good header, terrific bounce straight into the arms of Kahn. Not much time left. Schalke looking for an equaliser. Everybody almost from Bayern is back in defence. Look at the red shirts. It's out for a corner. No, it's a throw in. Well, they've got to be quick. What's happened here? The referee has picked something up, and I think the personal battles with some of the players have continued behind the scenes. Substitution taking place though. Willy Sagnol says adieu, and Sebastian Diesler will make his way and collect himself, if they survive, a gold medal as a member of this squad. Well, Diesler, by some in this country, has been compared to David Beckham, and the way he plays. The same sort of style as the England captain. Schalke looking for a winner or an equaliser, unable to do so. Krajstić perhaps has exhausted his opportunities, and has Schalke. The long clearance, almost everybody upfield for the blue side. The whistles around the ground suggest there's not much time left. Well, with very few players in defence for Schalke, it could create an opportunity for Bayern to seal this game. Felix, the Bayern coach, it's just agonising for him. He'd love to see or hear that final whistle go. Still Schalke press forward. It's been a tremendous battle. It had its moments in the first half. Referee looks at his watch. Almost 3 minutes of extra time is up. Bayern need to just hold on to this ball, and the cup is theirs. The cup is theirs. It's gone to Bayern. Success for the 12th time in its history. And you can see the relief. They've done the double, the league and cup double for the 5th time. It's a tremendous result for a tremendous club. They've completed the 5th double when Hassam Salihamidzic came off the bench to score the deciding goal. He'll remember this game forever. Bayern, they lost to Schalke twice in the league. They dominated the first half despite missing a penalty, and they scored the winner in the 76th minute of play, despite the fact Bayern appeared to be offside. It had its controversy. It had its wonderful moments as well. Bayern have won 18 Bundesliga titles, and the supporters of this club are just hungry for success year in, year out. The first success for this man at cup level. And Felix Magath, he'll remember this night for a long time. Oliver Kahn, he's seen it all. He's been there. He's been at World Cup finals, European Cup finals, and the emotion on Kahn says it all. A magnificent arena is the Olympic Stadium, and fitting perhaps that Bayern will walk away with the trophy yet again. A deserved gold medal for Bayern Munich, the stronger team and certainly the happier team. Full-time score, Bayern Munich 2, Schalke 1.